Now let's look at futures. They're down across the board. Dow's down about 100, NASDAQ off about 160. Michael Lee with us this morning. Inflation, is it in the rear view mirror? Does that hurt the stock market? 9.6%?
Hey, Stuart, that was very unexpected, and that is an ugly, ugly number. I think a full 2 percentage points of that is energy. But what I would say is that this is not Fed money printing or interest rate driven. This is driven by the Biden administration's war on fossil fuels, the log jams at the Port of LA, overpaying, unemployment benefits. There's not enough truckers on the road. So if none of those if none of those things get settled, no matter what the Fed does, this inflation will persist.
Okay, so what's the impact on the stock market? 9.6% the producer price level, 6.8% consumers. This inflation is not over. It's not entirely in the rearview mirror, as you yourself suggest. So, are you still wildly bullish about stocks?
Yeah, I don't know that I'd say I'm as bullish as I was a couple of months ago, but I definitely think we're going to have a good year next year. We are not at the end of the bull run. There's been no blow off the top market where we just rally to a point of excess. There's no debt bubble that's going to burst. But this inflation is a nuisance. However, I just think there's too much money involved for these problems to go unsolved. I think we have a creative, ingenuitive American entrepreneurial spirit where we will solve these problems, and this inflation will level off at a certain point. But the wild card is Jerome Powell and what he's going to say and what he's going to do, and how that's going to affect capital markets.
That's what I wanted to get to, because tomorrow afternoon, Jay Powell speaks. He'll be questioned. He'll speak about what he intends to do about this inflation problem. Is it possible that what he says tomorrow afternoon could spark a serious sell-off in the stock market?
Yeah, absolutely. If he says we think inflation's under control, that could cause a sell-off. If he thinks that the market's already predicting that they're going to taper faster than he had previously said, and they're going to hike rates twice next year. Does he come out with more hawkish statements, and does the market rally on that because they think the Fed is going to tackle inflation, or does it sell off massively? It is a real wild card with that. But like I said, there are some problems under the hood. No bull market is perfect. No economy is perfect. But the fact of the matter is, earnings are spectacular. There's a mountain of cash on the sidelines. We had the same sell-off 3 weeks ago, and then the market came back with the fury. Last week, we were up 4%. So we're still only a couple of percentage points off the all-time high, and I continue to think that we trend higher regardless of what happens tomorrow.
All right, Michael Lee, thanks for joining us. Very interesting situation we got here. Thanks very much, Michael.